welcome to Sports Orbit. My name is Apa Acho. Salifu Usman is also in the studio with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Ashok. Thank you.
In today's edition of the program, we'll begin straight from the camp of the Super Eagles, where interim coach Austin Eguavoen has unveiled the squad for the doubleheader against Benin Republic and Rwanda as in the Afcon 2025 qualifying matches. Of course, a whole lot of names, but the usual suspect, if you ask me, since Eguavoen took charge, the likes of Captain William Truth Ekong, Atalanta's Ademola Lookman, Moses Simon also in the picture. The rest are of course. Let's take a look at the full list here, where we have goalkeepers Stanley Wambali, Maduka Okoye, and Anas Obasogi make the goalkeepers list. White defenders have the like of Bright Osai Samuel, Bruno Onyemachi, Gabriel Osho, Calvin Bassi, Olu Aina, of course, and Victor Collins. Looks like that's the first call of midfielders include Wilfred Ndidi, Raphael Onyedika, Alhassan Yusuf, of course, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Frank Onyeka, and Alex Iwobi. While for forwards, we have the likes of Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Semen, Ademola Lookman, Kelechi Iheanacho, Victor Boniface, Moses Simon, and Sadiq Umar of Real Sociedad. So, looking at this list, like I said, usual suspects. I think the only new name I'm seeing there should be Victor Collins from Nasra United, and who else? I think basically those are the
Victor Collins from the Rwanda is a chance to Victor
Collins. Well, from the chanting, I mean, in the main Super Eagles, I think this looks like his first call-up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, from Nasra United. But I mean, looking at this list, no surprises if you ask me.
You seem to make the return to the list. You seem to make a return to the list.
Yes, definitely. Osibe. Yes, no, Osibe not on the list.
Sure.
Okay, Victor Osimhen, yeah, of course, of Galatasaray. Osimhen makes a return to the list since exactly, due to injury.
Yeah, well, just like you say, there's not any much surprises. Only the usual suspect and most of the players, and the good things are most of those players. Super Eagles, obviously they are doing well at the moment, apart from the incident, the incident that transferred between them and Libya, when Libya have to maltreat the Eagles. So we believe that the players have put that terrible experience behind them.
Exactly.
They will have a very crucial match there. Here's what we need now: courtesy of our victory against Libya. That's a victory against Libya by the camp decision. So we have awarded 3 goals and 3 points in the Super Eagles. With that, Super Eagles now have 11 points. 11 points from 3 matches, from 4 matches.
Yeah.
No, 10 points.
No, Nigeria currently plus the 3 points awarded to Nigeria. Exactly.
10 points from 4 matches, and all we need is just a draw.
Exactly.
To pick a point in the last 2 games, and the point in the last 2 games against either Benin Republic or Rwanda, whoever side will pick the point, that obviously is to be enough for us to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. And the first call, I think, is the Benin Republic, which again we are going to Cote d'Ivoire, and then we have to be very sure, and we have to Eguavoen, yes, in as much as we don't have too much thing at stake that it appear that yes, the coach is very clear for us to qualify. We still need to remind everybody that we are not fake. We have a terrible experience last time we Philippe Joshua led the team to Cote d'Ivoire in the World Cup qualifier, which the probably beat us in Cote d'Ivoire there 2-1. Now we are going back to Cote d'Ivoire again. That particular stadium where Super Eagles is supposed to be familiar with that stadium where the clubs of the match in the Africa Cup of Nations. So I think it is be good for Eguavoen and his boy, particularly the Super Eagles boys, to know that and to remind the wrong, just like they did in the last time in the EU, to remind him again that yes, we are not made. And it will be better. It will be better, and it will be very delightful for Nigerians to see Super Eagles beat Benin Republic, particularly in Cote d'Ivoire when they beat us like 2-1 again in the World Cup qualifier last time.
All right, moving on, but still on the local scene this time, the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, has said that they're actually in talks with the likes of Dangote and some other, high net individuals on payment of salaries for a foreign technical of a foreign coach for the Super Eagles. When I saw this news, like someone said in the past we've gone this road through before. I remember there was a time when Global control, Mike Adenuga had to, bankroll salaries of Super Eagles coaches, and now we are back to that same circle once again.
Yeah, I think another thing I see there that is, to me, I'm not comfortable with it. I think the Nigerian Football Federation, the leadership of the Nigerian Football Federation should be matured enough, and it should be behaved maturely. God, there's no, in my view, well, I may be wrong, but in my personal view, there is no need for you to come on air or in the public space and announce that you are discussing. What Nigeria would have been here to, what would have delighted to hear from the NFL president, we have signed a contract or signed a deal with so to pay coaches.
Yes, because I mean, a new coach is not a staff of Dangote.
It's not a staff of Dangote.
Exactly.
It's not a staff of Dangote. So I hardly hear of any other national team. I may be wrong to say that we are discussing.
Exactly. I'm here to hear of any. Yeah.
So I can. It would have been interesting for Nigeria to hear that. Okay, we have sent through with so and Mr. B or so and something to backroll the coaches, to backroll the salary or to pay the coaches.
Yeah.
But to say that we are discussing, we are discussing. We have not struck a deal with anybody, and you are coming in the public space to announce them that you are discussing. Sometimes, to me, in my view, I mean, it might be that would even to say prevent them or should save them away from even going for with you by coming to the public space and announce that they are already discussing with them. Okay, for instance, if you are discussing with them, you are discussing with $10, you are discussing with them, and you come to public space to announce that you are discussing with them to pay your coaches. What does that mean? What does that mean? What have you benefited from that?
Exactly.
You could have been we have signed a deal Mr. A Dangote or I think $10 has agreed to bankroll Super Eagles coaches. That would have been better.
Exactly.
Nonsense we are discussing. I think and at the same time, the Nigerian Football Federation should be mindful. There's football. Nigerian Super Eagles is a big brand.
Yeah.
And it's better for those who are managing football to marketing the Super Eagles and ensure that they generate. Football is a brand not to finance himself.
Yeah. All right, let's move on, but still almost along the same line where the House of Representatives Committee on Sport has advised the Nigerian Football Federation to make the salaries of Super Eagles coaches an item in its annual budget to make it easy for the government to pay. The suggestion was made to the leadership of the House yesterday during the House Committee Sports interactive meeting with the Football House. The committee said this is to put an end to the incessant complaints of lack of money and delays of payment. According to the chairman of the committee, Honorable Kabiru Amadu, said it was important to meet with the NFF officials to know how they perform with their 2024 budget and the challenges facing them ahead. For me, I think when I saw this news, I think for me, this is the smartest move.
Yes.
Simple as that. Include this thing in your budget. So I don't know why you put every item, you include salaries of every other person, purchase of equipment and all of that. Then when it comes to a very important issue of a foreign coach, so when I saw this, I said this is smart thinking from the chairman of the sports committee. This is how it should be. Put it in the budget. Simple as that.
I agree with you, and
yes.
I give kudos to the chairman of the sport committee for coming with this brilliant idea. If the Nigerian football for years have never think in this direction, I think he has given them very smart and solution.
This is what we call an expo.
And I even ideally, I say this side of the country sometimes we run contrary to the standard rule. Yeah. If not, the budget, your expenditure and everything, even your overheads, expenses should be included in your annual budget.
Yes. In every other ministry or agency, you include staff overhead. And just like the
chairman rightly suggested, if it's included in the budget and it's budgeted for years, already in the plan, it's already in the budget. So there's no need to cry, you don't have money, you don't have this. You already know that you have the budget in the to cater for. Yeah. So we give kudos to the chairman of the National Sport House Committee for coming up to that. It's not left for the Nigerian Football Federation to take the idea, but for me, it's in their own better interest to follow this idea. Even though they are going to have Dangote or going to have the Elumelu or whoever they are going to have, put the budget, put the salary of the coaches or whoever coaches, either local or not coaches, put their salary to be included in your annual budget.
And like some persons have said, look, it could be that maybe not they haven't thought about it, but because they know that if that sum is budgeted for, the payment will go directly. It will be difficult for you to start negotiating with a coach concerning his salary. But you know that in essence, when we say you are removing straight from the NFF couch to pay, you can easily say, okay, coach, your salary is supposed to be 50 million, but you should understand. Let's give you 40 million, and let's take 10 million based on they are the one who facilitated your appointment.
No, I'm saying you should off the mind. They would have asked you to off the mind. It's like, but this is where the issue lies.
Exactly.
We have had it severally on that. Even when the Royal shine, some of us will say that the Royal collecting $65,000 because people say it's not actually collecting $65,000. And it's a paid that don't like you say, those that they don't know. And if this money is in the budget, it's appropriated for.
Exactly.
So people know how much go to the coach. And it's not even to be paid through NFL.
At all.
Why have into the
account directly? Yes.
But when you let it for NFL to decide how to collect the money, coach, your account to pay. So it can be easily subtracted and deducted. But allegedly. But I think in their interest, we always said the interest of football should be paramount than any other person.
Very well. I agree with you completely. Of course, away from that now, where former Super Eagles head coach Sunday Oliseh has said that it will be a disaster this time around if the Super Eagles fail to qualify for the World Cup in United States and Mexico. Of course, currently, like he said, being on the FIFA study group, technical group during the Qatar World Cup, for him, it was painful to be on such an important group, but to find out that the country where you come from, a proud big footballing nation, could not even make it to as one of Africa's representatives to the World Cup.
Well, it is all our wish, it's all our desire to Super Eagles qualify for the World Cup. A whole lot of people have come out to see even the president of Nigeria Football Federation said last time, yesterday, when they met with the House Committee, that they will ensure they qualify for the World Cup. But it's something that they say is easier said than done. And if you look at the way the World Cup started at the moment, we are in a very close situation. We're going to qualify. We have 57. We have we're in the fourth position. I mean, in the fifth position, we have South Africa, Mali, Rwanda, all ahead of us.
Exactly.
All ahead of us. We just 4 points.
I think about 3 or 4 points.
3 points. 3 points. 3 points. We had to get a win after 3 matches, and then with the way we stand, so we have to be very careful. But just like we are trying to advise, we must put all our hands together to ensure that we qualify. And the way it is, even a bit of mathematical calculations that we still have our destiny in our own hand, but not just in our hand, but we still need a help for other results to go in our favor. But we must play first and foremost. Play our own role by winning all our remaining matches, which is not that it's a big task, but it's achievable, but it's going to be very pretty difficult. And with the way we are going, but if you look at the statement by the Nigeria Football Federation, they're still discussing with them, discussing with them to pay the coaches. I don't think they are discussing whoever they are discussing to pay our coaches. They still have their mind set on getting a foreign coach, and if I'm not getting a foreign coach up to this moment, that will also put Eguavoen on a stable situation. Because when you're in the situation, you're not very sure either you are going to hold this job. You are still believing that you are still on an interim basis, so you don't have a long-term plan on how to achieve the result. And this is
we'll come back to that, but let's go on a quick break. When we return, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
Of our brand. Leadership for God and country.
Welcome back from that break. It's still Sports Orbit. Of course, for the break, we're talking about Nigeria qualifying for the World Cup according to Oliseh, and of course for the fact that imagine 10 African countries this time having sports to qualify, and out of 10 countries, Nigeria is not there. It will really not be a good situation at all.
Obviously, it's going to be very disastrous if we we are having 5 slots before, and now we have 10 slots.
10.
And for 10 slots, among the top 10 Nigerians now is one among the top 10 to represent Africa at the World Cup. It will be very, very, very disastrous. Not just for Nigerians, not for the team, just for Nigerians and Nigerians across the globe, and at the same time fans
for
of
football,
fans of Nigeria football, and at the same time even the FIFA will not be glad
at all, because the Nigerians are one of the teams you look forward to seeing in this kind of competition.
Will not be glad, and even some the international team will not be glad. Not
a lot of them,
at the World Cup that we have 10 teams from Africa and Nigeria is not one of them. So. Just like I was saying earlier, the president of Nigeria Football Federation said that they are going to go, and like I was saying, this kind of we are discussing with him, not about to have a stable mind that he's having a job on his hand. Keep him. These are some of the side distractions.
That's what I'm saying.
These are some of the side distraction because it's not too sure. Okay, I'm on a job, just like the way if you remember how the job to resign. Really, just one thing is a narrative discussion with them on how to ensure the qualify after the defeat to Benin Republic. Only for him to hear on the media that we are bringing somebody, and that's how the man quickly done. Now we have Eguavoen. Although he didn't give Eguavoen the job permanently, but we are telling him to ensure that he leads us through the qualify process. But tomorrow he hear we are discussing with him. Tomorrow he hear we are discussing with him. These are side distractions. What we all need now is absolute concentration on how to qualify. But if they have in their mind, they hire a foreign coach or whatever, they should just let everybody have all our focus on, have our hand on that, and work towards one goal. Ensure we qualify. But after we qualify, you cannot have to let's discuss. We sit down and analyze. If Eguavoen taking you through for qualify, you qualify. Either it was good enough to take you to the World Cup, and then it's only good. But if since Eguavoen is even on the interim coaching, you will not even feel dissatisfied because the job he gave was an interim. But for him, he was able to achieve one of the targets by ensuring qualify. So after we qualify, we cannot begin to discuss. Do we need a qualifying or? And if one in the far coach will not have it, but we are still you can't be in the middle of ocean and begin to negotiate and begin to negotiate on how to swim or not to how to swim. You must be concentrated now. Let's have our focus mindset on how to play for the qualifier. But tomorrow we are discussing this as how the discussion, and it's not. Sometimes the discussion in football is not only when you're on the pitch. Football has become politics. You need to play well, plan your game well before you get to the pitch. And this kind of discussion we do here today, is not helping our cause.
All right, let's go to the NPFL. Of course, this weekend match the 11 matches will be on. If we have those fixtures, can we quickly take a look at them? Of course, that's matches for match week 9. It will be Lobby Stars who will be hosting Abia Warriors in that one, while Benin Insurance will host Kano Pillars. Heartland will take on Sunshine Stars on Sunday, while Eyimba against Remo Stars, Katsina United versus Ikorodu City, and Niger Tornadoes Aqua United.
Interesting for instance, the first match Lobby Star by Abia Warriors is going to be an interesting. I think Daniel Amokashi, thank God they have added another question, another technical person to him. We now have a chief position and a technical advisor. But then Amokashi and his coaching crew most they are on the losing side last week, losing to Remo Star. Same time go to Abia Warriors on the losing side, losing 2-1 to 2-0 to Heartland. So both of them are attempting to get back to the winning way. Who among them will get back to the winning way is what the next 90 minutes on Saturday will be decided. So obviously we are going to see what is going to happen for Lobby Star. Anything shorter than victory will be very, very disastrous for them, because at the moment they are in the last position of the group, and if they must survive, I think they start to prove the Premier League. They have to start proving from this Saturday. And for Heartland, we want to want to continue his winning streak by ensuring that they get another victory. They are going to play the winning way last weekend, and now they are at home. So a little advantage. And even the fans, or even the football fans within the city will be more eager to come to the stadium, having seen what they achieved last weekend, to come and see that it will be very desirable for him to disappoint the fans after showing them from what they expect. And obviously, so I expect that Amunike and his boy we'll get the 3 points against the Sunshine Star coming on that was on Saturday. For Katsina United and Kurudu City. Kurudu City did a surprise one last week. They are beginning to negotiate their back into the mainstream of the Nigeria League. We have been avoided move out of the relegation, following their last weekend victory against River United, and now they are traveling all the way to Katsina United, very far from Lagos to far northwest against the Katsina United. So it's going to be an interesting time to watch out there again, whether they are going to maintain their momentum or Katsina United will tell them, so no, this is Diko Stadium, so you can't come here to navigate your way and get the 3 points. So another interesting one, Remo Star and Enyimba, it may look like though Enyimbas are not on top of the table, but that based on the pedigree of Enyimba in the Nigerian League and the boy in the continent, it's going to be an interesting time. And Remos has become a famous name in the Nigerian Premier League, one of the leading private club in the Premier League, and they are doing well. Currently, they are leading the table, jointly leading the table with the River United, and for them traveling to Enyimba, they want to maintain their momentum. But Enyimba also tell them, no, we are ahead before you, and let's see how it's going to be. So for fans of football, we think the Abia June is be at the Enyimba Stadium will be a place to be at the on Sunday. For better insurance and Kano Pillars also. Well, Ahmed Musa has become a very famous name in the Nigerian Premier League. He did it before he moved to Europe. Since he has come back to the league again, now on the building, he has contributed fantastically to the improvement of the Kano Pillars, and now he's leading the sport again back to the better insurance. Benin, they say. People say original Ahmed Musa from Benin, but Ahmed Musa is known for is known to be from Kano. So it's going to be an interesting one again for Kano Pillars and Better Insurance. And not forgetting that Better Insurance, they are dreaming of having another governors coming on the November 11. This is November 11, I think.
Sometime in November.
Yes, Obaseki is already winding down, and the new governor, who people are also calling that there will be going to be a innovative match to usher him on the same on Sunday at the same Mother Stadium. But I don't know how they're going to arrange this arrangement. So Better Insurance now will be also happening that to show their momentum, and I think are not doing badly in the league, so it's going to be an interesting side for some Mother Stadium.
All right, let's move away from that to the, of course, the matches went down in the UEFA Champions League yesterday on Tuesday. Let's have a look at results. Of course, a few shockers here and there for Liverpool. It was 4-0 over Bayer Leverkusen, who did great things last season, going throughout the league, going how many matches? About 54 matches unbeaten this season, beginning to look like a repeat of last season would happen. They lost 4-0 to Liverpool at Anfield, and for Madrid, one of the biggest upsets also. Of course, in the past, an AC Milan against Madrid, you wouldn't have called it an upset, but in recent times, of course, AC Milan is no longer the AC that we used to know some decades back. Well, of course, Madrid has maintained their form, but AC won that one 3-1 against Madrid at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, if you look at the result we have at the midweek on Tuesday, particularly on Tuesday, it's all about upset. The exception of Liverpool was able to start their gun and get the slow proof to Zambia Alonso was another candidate by former coach club to succeed him, but like Liverpool hierarchy take different decisions and decided to go for it.
Alonso
even turned it down the offer, so and then they decided to go for Slow, and then Slow really proved that coming for me was the right decision, and his really proved that he's far practically sound than Alonso did. But just like you see, AC Milan, and at the same time, if you look at what is happening at the AC Milan, about last 2 weeks they were beating 4-1. 4-1 against a home rival, Barcelona. And come again, after that, they didn't play any match before that match. After losing to Barcelona, because the match was supposed to play because of the flood in Spain, they couldn't play that match. And they're coming to AC losing another 3-0.
Yeah.
To losing another 3-0. And something 3-1, okay. One now begin to see with all the stars in Madrid, what happened. And if you look at what has happened, and even and at the same time, the comment from the Ancelotti after that match, it now begin to it keep you to begin to wonder whether that's either you like it or there's some silent problem going on in Madrid. When he said particularly that Madrid must be worried now, must be worried after this defeat to AC Milan. Who should be worried? You are the coach. I say Madrid must be worried. And the question we want to do is that, but if you look at it first and foremost, this guy Mbappe is a finisher. Vinicius is also a finisher. Vinicius is also a finisher. So, and ordinarily, Mbappe is not a choice of as a duty. It's the choice of the hierarchy of the club who have dream of him over there to have him in Madrid. So it's like now that in my view, it's like Mbappe coming to that team is not working for Atleti from the way we are seeing.
No, I think what some analysts have said is actually a position problem.
Yeah,
like you say, exactly, because Mbappe traditionally operates from the left, even though he's a striker. Vinicius also operates from the left, but he's now in the Madrid team where he has to operate right from the center. So maybe it might not really suit his style of play. Then when you have this kind of players and you say, okay, let's play everybody in the right position, it means you have to be dropping one of these players.
Yes.
And in this case, who do you bench? And of course, nobody wants you to bench Mbappe. And of course, Vinicius has always been the star in Madrid. Nobody will accepted that he should be benched. So I think it's left for Ancelotti as the coach to really find a way of how to accommodate two of them.
Find a way of accommodate. That's where the problem is now.
Yeah,
Find a way of
exactly.
accommodate. Just like you also added to the argument, both of them operate from the left. And if you look at also those people, who among them do you drop? And if you can't have a player like Mbappe, who the hierarchy of the party has been looking for him over there and spend such time and put him on the bench. And with Vinicius, who has also won his heart into Ancelotti's mind. If you ask me, if you ask Ancelotti to shoot between Mbappe and you will obviously go for Ancelotti for Vinicius. But as it is now, I don't know. And just like you say, it's left for him. And even the guy, the England man who operates from the mid, is also an attacking midfielder. So this thing is compiling the problem for Mbappe, and it's left for him being an experienced coach to manage the situation.
No, for me, I feel it's just a really bad poor form because you ask yourself, okay, if they are not scoring goals, why are we conceding? So is Mbappe supposed? So exactly what's happening to the defense? So I think it's a complete problem. If we are not scoring, why are we conceding? So I think there has to be
but if you are not scoring, why are you conceding? But sometimes they say defense attack is a best form of attack. When we are not attacking, you keep pressure on your defense.
But the defense should.
So when you are not attacking, you keep pressure on defense, and your defense will be obviously.
But the thing is, if you check the stats of the game, Madrid dominated the game. The problem is why are they not finishing off their chances? So sometimes.
Well, and at the same time, another surprising one, I think even you on Tuesday, Man U fans were very in the jubilant move when they have their supposed coach to come in, having
Sporting Lisbon of City.
Have to teach Pep Guardiola has been
exactly
against the Man have to play a game.
And same for Man City too. This is the first time since 2017 Man City are going 3 straight games without win. They win. So you see, sometimes like they say, every top club there comes that time when you start where things start falling apart, and sometimes the coach doesn't even have an explanation. So I begin to see it with City going 3 games. In fact, that match nobody saw it coming that Sporting would defeat City.
City 4,
and this is their 10th straight defeat. So even Guardiola is has no explanation. So
I'm talking about no explanation. Another no explanation is Arteta.
Yes.
No, Arteta is also when Arteta thought that he has an answer to Arsenal, he has begin to mention himself as one of the top ranked coach in Europe. Now this season has things to be when people are beginning to give this season to Arsenal, that is Arsenal season to do something. So things are falling apart. Just before we are blaming on the injuries of the Martin Odegaard. If only Odegaard alone is missing from the team and things are falling apart, it means we don't have the team. Yesterday, Arsenal have to suffer another 1-0 to beat against Inter Milan. Now that has also gone, just like you see, almost 3 games without Arsenal getting a beat.
Well, right to cut it on today's edition. We're completely out of time, but we'll join you back on Monday with another exciting edition of Sports Obi. Do join us once again. Thank you for being in the studio on today's edition of the program.
Thank you, sir.
Till we come your way, do have a wonderful time. My name is Afcon. It's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast.